It started early this morning. I started getting emails and personal messages from you guys telling me, have you heard what so-and-so is saying on this forum and what so-and-so is saying about you on this other forum? And I just responded to everyone the same way. And that response is, I do not care. I do not care. I have, in the past, it's been very clear, my contempt for forums. I absolutely detest them. And just clicking on one just annoys me. Every forum, not all, every forum that I have been on has been filled with the elitists and just the worst of people. Some good, but also too many terrible, so I just avoid them like the plague. Now, I have never, in my recollection, and if I'm wrong, if you guys can produce receipts from my content where I profess to be an expert blacksmith or have really any clue at all what I was talking about, please produce it and I will be the first one to die on my sword. But I have never done that. Actually just the opposite. I've warned folks, look, this is someone that's trying to teach themselves, that has a general interest in it. I have no illusions that I will be a master blacksmith or of anything or in any way. I am not extraordinary in any way. I have a basic knowledge of a few things. I follow my passions, my enthusiasm, and my channel has always been about sharing that with you folks in a way that it wasn't intimidating, so that you could see that just a normal guy, just a normal average guy, can get into these things and to try them. And the moment that I lose the love of it or lose the passion, then I move on to something else. And to my detriment, you know, it oftentimes prevents me from truly mastering a skill that some might be able to do. But really that comes down to different personality types. I have a short attention span. I have a great curiosity for things and a passion and interest for things. And it kind of dictates the channel and dictates directions that I go. And for me to be able to produce content at this level on a regular basis for over a decade now, a man has got to be interested in what he's doing, because you can't fake it. People ask me, I want to start a YouTube channel. What am I going to, how can I immediately start, you know, how can I make money? What type of content can I do to start making money? And right there is where the failure, you're setting yourself up for failure. When those of us that started, you know, back in the early days of YouTube, there was no monetization, there was no ability to make money from it. It was something that was done for passion, it was done out of love, it was done for sharing. And I don't know what it is inside of some folks that cause you to feel the desire to go get a camera and start uploading your experiences in your life to random strangers, but it just appeals to some people. And I don't know if it's an inner narcissism or what it is, or just you've learned something, you're excited about it, and you just want to share it with folks. It's nice to, if it were the latter. I don't know that that's always the case. But when it comes to getting going onto forums or publicly criticizing someone because they can't live up to your standards or the way you're able to do something, is the sign of that's not a sign of a good man. You know, the term ignorance thrown around like that's some sort of a derogatory statement, and I never have seen it that way. I personally am ignorant of brain surgery, heart surgery. I'm ignorant of what makes a computer work or how to write code or software. I have no understanding of this. Not because I don't have an interest in it or think that it's someone who, I can't appreciate that someone who does it. It's just not something that I've really had interest or passion in. I have interest and passion in crosscut saws and axes and traditional tools and the things that I share with you on the channel. I don't script everything. I don't have any idea what tomorrow's video will be. I don't even try to think about it. It's important to me for the channel to remain fresh and enthusiastic, because my enthusiasm comes across in the camera. I can't fake it. I'm not that good of an actor. If I'm not feeling it, I can't do it. That's why you don't see gardening videos or very few gardening videos, because I have zero interest in it. I'm happy to build the fences, I'm happy to dig holes and to do the carpentry work on the raised bed boxes, but when it comes to the planting and the seeding, I have no interest in it, and it wouldn't be any point. The videos would be terrible. So guys were asking me, doesn't that make you mad that people are saying these things behind your back? Doesn't this make you mad that people are criticizing you in the forums? And it does not. I do not care less, because they may be a really talented or gifted blacksmith. I have to kind of assume that they know something. That's why they're on the forums. I have to assume. I'm not always right or wrong. But there's a great many things that I can do if you were to come into my world that you would look quite foolish, especially if you pretended to know something. So again, I have always shown when things go wrong. I've always showed my successes, accompanied them with my failures, because there's nothing more disheartening than to watch someone do something and it's just so easy, and then you spend the time and you try to go pay for the resources and buy materials or whatever, and you come home and it's a complete failure. And oftentimes what you don't know is that that was done 3-4 times before the camera was even turned on, so that the person that was in the video could project themselves in a certain way. As a video editor, I have, every time I upload a video, I can make decisions to portray the content or myself in any way that I want. I can make myself look very good. If I'm not doing well at something, I have infinite possibilities. I can attempt it multiple times until I get it just right. I can put a product out there that just makes me look like just the most fabulous carpenter, the best guy in the world. But who wants to watch that? That's no good. You know, that's the one reason why guys ask me, you know, this is a little bit off topic, but how do you know that the old stories of the Bible, how do you know that those things are true? How do you know that these guys just didn't write these stories about themselves? Because we know, those of us who are students of history know that when you're writing your own history, it's always the best foot forward. When you read Egyptian history, you'll be hard-pressed to find anywhere where they wrote about a great loss, a military loss or a defeat. But you will hear the victories and every time that the conquest went right and when everything was good. The difference is when you read the stories of the patriarchs, everything they did, all of their sins, all of their mistakes, all of the times that they continued to not trust God are written down there for antiquity, written down for you and I so that we're encouraged. How encouraging would it be if you make the decision that you want to change your life and you want to start following the Lord, and you go and you start reading the stories about the old patriarchs and they never misstepped. They never were tempted. They never fell into problems with alcohol. They never fell into problems with lust and fornication. They never cheated on their wives. Would that be a difficult thing to try to live up to and a difficult standard? Impossible, I would say, and a standard to keep. The reason why we know it's true is because we can see human character and we can see that it's the same then as it was today. And I really take that to heart, and I really make every attempt to share these things with you on my channel, the good and the bad. You know, we all have, it's not perfect. I mean, to be honest with you, we all have an ego. We all have pride. I'm not foolish enough to say I'm exempt from that. And there are times when you have to make a decision and you're like, I could just cut this out and it would make me look a lot smarter, a lot more capable, a lot better carpenter, a lot better blacksmith, etc. But that's when character comes in. That's when you know, when you're struggling with that. Should I leave it in for the folks to see? Because that's the way that it happened. And invariably, I try to always do that. So you don't have to email me if you're seeing someone that's posting negative stuff, negative reviews. It doesn't make any difference. An honest man's conscience is clear. I show it like it is. I share with you the way that it is, good or bad. And the bottom line, I think that the part that really makes me, where I just really don't care, is that here's the truth. These guys that are criticizing are always anonymous. And I would be willing to bet you dimes to dollars that any one of them would gladly exchange the life that I have built with the life that they're existing in. But I can tell you the truth, there's not one of them that I would exchange my life for theirs. This has turned into a rant. I'm just going to upload this the way that it is, and in about 10 minutes, we'll get to work on building a beautiful CVG handmade, well, you have to wait and see. Thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers. I pray for you and your families constantly. We'll see you all on the next video.